never saw the trailer for this one. I just saw the poster, and a lot of people were saying that this is a stripper movie, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this movie, I don't think this is gonna be for me. It's probably going to be like a stripper fun party comedy. No, this is a very different type of movie, which I very much appreciated. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Hustlers, not The Hustle, Hustlers, which stars Jennifer Lopez, Constance Wu, Julia Stiles, Keke Palmer, Cardi B, and Lizzo. And of course, this film is directed by Lauren Scafaria. And yeah, it's about strippers. It is about strippers. The main characters in here are strippers. They're pole dancers, whatever you want to say about that. But the thing about this movie is this movie blew the roof off this theater. This movie isn't just a big surprise, and probably one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. It is uncomfortable at times, but also very entertaining, and in general, it's a movie that locks you in and never lets go until the final frame. This is a very big drama. It has moments of comedy, for sure, so I guess you could call it a dramedy of some sorts, but it's one of those movies that makes you feel like you are there with these women, watching them from their perspective and also from other perspectives, seeing how they hustle their way in to making more money. The film's inspired by a viral New York Magazine article where Hustler follows a crew of savvy former strip club employees who band together to turn the tables on their Wall Street clients. Now, hearing that, you're like, how are they going to turn the tables? Is it going to be a little bit of a fun way? No, it's in a very uncomfortable way. And I'm not going to spoil it. I don't like to spoil stuff, but the things that they do are very illegal. They're not in legal ways. And they're very, again, uncomfortable, which made me feel uncomfortable, which I love that this film did. And I love when dramas in these kind of scenarios do that. Another show or film perspective that does this very well is Breaking Bad. And in a sense, Hustlers kind of have the same elements of when it dives into kind of that greedy feeling that when you start making a lot of money and you start kind of pushing the boundaries, like how Breaking Bad does, Hustlers actually does it to that same length. And again, that uncomfortable feeling really adds to the tension of the movie while also outlandishly performing this movie to another level that I didn't expect it to go to. Again, a big surprise from this movie that I wasn't really expecting, and I really wasn't even excited for this movie. Again, I never saw the trailer, but just hearing the concept of it, of just a comedy about strippers in a club, and they're just trying to get back at the man. But it's more than that, and I have to really emphasize that this is a movie that I think is going to really gravitate to many different people. Not just women and people who want to see females empowerment, but for me especially, I had a blast with this movie, even if I did feel, again, uncomfortable. It doesn't just work because of that strong concept. It's because of the direction, it's because of the writing, and it's definitely because of the performances in here. Constance Wu and Jennifer Lopez are phenomenal in this film. And I mean phenomenal. Jennifer Lopez, I mean, honestly, if the Oscars were tomorrow, I could see her getting a nomination. I don't know if she would win, but I definitely think that she is in the category of getting a nomination. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually gets a nomination at the Golden Globes, because they're going to throw this under a comedy. I just know that they're going to do it. She's so damn good in here, and really, she brings it to another level. She really hits those emotional beats, but it's more than just that. She really delves into this character, where Lopez is this big actress that everyone knows, but she transforms into this character of Ramona, where you forget who you're watching. The same thing can be said for Constance Wu, who she was phenomenal in last year's Crazy Rich Asians, but she's great as this character Destiny, who again, she goes into that role so deeply that you just forget who you're watching. And again, the movie does such a good job of putting you in the shoes of these characters, or in a sense, the heels of these characters, and making you feel like you were with them for every single step and turn that they are going on. Julia Stiles is great, Keke Palmer's great, and honestly, even Cardi B and Lizzo, while they don't have the biggest lines in here, in fact, they're probably only in the movie for less than 3 or 5 minutes. I really don't understand. I hate when they do that for movies and they put them on the posters. But for the little bit of dialogue that they do have, they are decent in there, and they bring a nice sense of levity before the heart-pounding kind of uncomfortable stuff starts to pour through. If it honestly came to any cons, I think the only issue I did have with this movie was some of the pacing earlier in the film. It took a bit for me to actually get into the style of what was going on within Hustlers. And one of those big things is I didn't understand, or really understand, the concept of how Ramona and Destiny became friends in the beginning. It kind of, you see it flourish out, but it just kind of seemed like it just happened, and there wasn't enough development there for me to kind of get in on their journey at the start. But as it starts to go, you start to see the bond of all these girls really come together, and them working together, even if it's in very illegal ways, that kind of just won me over by the end. Even though I do have that nitpick, in the end, again, it did work out. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on this movie, make sure to slap that like and subscribe button, because I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis. And again, those likes, those subscriptions, they really do help me on this channel. Plus, you never want to miss out on some early movie reviews. Plus, if you guys also want to see movies early, go check out Sandwich on Films down below. And a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, because without them, I wouldn't be able to do this. Hustlers really blew off the roof at my theater tonight. It was a brilliant film that truly was one of the biggest surprises that I've seen so far this year. A movie that typically, again, I haven't seen the trailer, but typically when I hear it's a stripper comedy, I don't really know what to feel about that. But knowing that, and this is the best definition you can say about this movie, never judge a book or a poster by its cover. Because when you see that, when you go in to see a film or when you're reading a book and you just judge it off that, sometimes it can surprise you, and with Hustlers, it definitely surprised me. I'm actually very happy I see this. I hope a lot of you guys go and check this out. It is a hard film to watch at times, and again, it gets under your skin with some of the stuff they're doing, but at the same time, you're really with these characters for the whole ride through, and I was really on board for this whole story. So with all that said, I'm gonna give Hustlers a B. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this film. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Are you guys gonna check it out this weekend? Let's talk about it down below, guys. And thank you guys again so much for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Sandwich on Films. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Thank you for watching this. And of course, until next time, stay classy.